lights on. Turn all the lights on.
Rising from the ashes, coming at you live, another exciting video. It is Phoenix Games. What is up, YouTube? We are back with more Sakura Spirit. Last episode we did something, and this episode we have dots. Dots. And more dots. Wait a minute. I don't have any audio on. Let's fix that. Open volume mixer. Oh god, it's loud. Holy crap. Look at this. Maybe I can hear it too. Okay. I soon found myself confined within a small room. The stern-looking sundry tyrant, glaring down at me with the other girl, seemingly called Narumi, had at least softened up a little. From what I had gathered during their conversation, they had called the village elders to help oversee my questioning. What purpose did What purpose did these thefts have? Are you some perverted guy who gets off sniffing girls' undies? I ought to cut them off. I already told you, I was at the wrong place at the wrong time. Not to mention anything worn by you would likely smell burnt or taste sour. I couldn't see too well from the cell where they had put me, but I was almost certain I could hear Narumi laughing nearby. Tsukino Dono, please calm down. You brought him in to learn the reason behind his presence in the forest, right? That is correct, Hayate-san. Hayate-san. I believe he was working with the Kitsune to steal panties and other under things. Objection! Huh? What are you objecting to, sir? The evidence surrounding the defendant's accusation is fabricated. Narumi-san, could you please answer this question for the judge? Was the defendant, aka myself, anywhere near the Kitsune while you two were chasing them? Hold it! Just who are you calling judge here? Stop shouting or I will strike you down. Hey, Mio-san, maybe the whole angry accusation thing isn't working. The guy is certainly not a bandit nor a threat. We could just ask him why he was up there in the woods. If he has a valid reason, then sure. If not, then he's a panty thief. And we'll use him as a punching bag out in the yard. Finally, here I thought I was about to become a turn-about case. I sighed deeply, partly amused at how, despite the serious situation, I was able to remain calm by acting like several characters I've seen in movies or games I played before. As long as I wouldn't become an ace prisoner, things would hopefully end up well. A wise idea, Narumi-chan. How about you start by giving us your name? Gushiken Takahiro. So, why were you inside the forest while our village guards were chasing a pair of thieves? I'm not entirely sure myself. One moment I was praying at a shrine hidden in the forest. Next moment, I know some weird girls. Next moment, I know some weird girl starts talking to me. A girl? Yes, a girl, horns and a scaled tail. I know it sounds odd, but I could have sworn I saw her before I fainted. Then I woke up in the forest. Tsukino Dono and Narumi-chan. Do you two recall the stories behind the shrine near a village? Forgive me, Hayate-san. I do not recall. I know you said it was a place of high spiritual energy, a sacred place, but I can't remember everything. Sorry, Uji-san? What? What? That shrine belonged to... I'm gonna start abbreviating these Japanese names because I'm not Japanese. I can't speak them. So Yuri is this one's name. A powerful spirit that has watched over our village for a long time. Whew, sorry about that. That shrine belongs to Yuri, a powerful spirit that has watched over our village for as long as we can remember. There's a reason why, unlike the Kitsune, we tend to avoid going too deep into the forest. I think those pests would be gone for good if you just let me go in and find their home. Probably some damp cave on the hill, or a dilapidated old wooden house. Humans and spirits rarely mingle well, even if they meet with good intentions. In fact, the fact that this lad says that he saw a spirit, there is a chance he was there for a reason. Not to mention, did you take a good look at him yet? He seems disoriented and almost out of this world. He did seem to be talking gibberish. He claimed to be from a city near here, but there's nothing like that for miles around. He was also talking about something weird called a movie, and he knows martial moves that I've never even seen before. He's still a pervert! I'm not a pervert. A guy my age is innocently curious. It's perfectly natural. Besides, you were talking about the panties, they were tossed into my face. I had nothing to do with them, sundry tyrant. What did you just call me? Oh, to smash you to pieces, you brat. Oh wait, now! Okay, now that I think about it, those two Kitsune did look like they were just abandoning the panties. But Wiji-san, what does this all mean? I'm not certain, however, I believe it's unlikely that he's working with a Kitsune. Still, I have never heard about a human meeting a spirit like Yuri. I would almost be bold enough to declare him as someone who isn't from our world. Wait. You're trying to say that I'm in a different world now? That would be the most logical explanation. But I've got an important match to take part in 2 weeks from now. Well, none of us have ever experienced a situation like this before, so we'll have to think about how to deal with you. Or even, if it's possible, to get you back to your world. In the meantime, a stay in the cell for a few hours will not hurt him. He did assault one of the village guards, and he resisted arrest. He can stay here until he rots for all I care. But I suspect the elder will wish to talk to you once you are done here. Hikage, I am going for a wash. I suggest you do the same. I would take offense to that, implying that I stink. That was a hell of a run. Those fox girls can run fast. I still want to know more about those techniques, Takahiro-san. If you do happen to stick around, I might have to go a few rounds with you. Not that I'll be able to go anywhere else for the time being. So in for a few hours, we can discuss how to deal with you. Obviously, one, like yourself, would raise quite question among the villagers, so we need to convince them first that you're no threat. And that was how I found myself stuck in jail while the guards responsible for my situation decided to leave me be within my cell. What misfortunes! As if being sent to a different world wasn't bad enough, I am not stuck in jail with my only companion. I'm not stuck in a jail with my only companion being a pair of beautiful, magnificent Kitsune sisters, you lucky boy. A pair of beautiful... Wait a second. Yahoo! Hi there, panty boy. As I watched a familiar face appear at the top of the cell, a blonde woman with golden eyes. As I watched, she flipped over and landed in front of the cell, waving her hands at me from the side of the cell. The other one appeared. W-R-Y grin on her face. Ah, it's the Undies Archers. If you've come to reclaim your hostages, they are already back where they belong. Nope, we saw the guys go into the pool and swipe the maiden's silk again, see? At that, she pulled out a pair of lacy silken underwear from her sleeves and stretched it with her thumbs, showing off her panty prize to me. You came back all the way to this village to steal their underwear again. Besides, I wouldn't call one of them maiden. The sundry tyrant doesn't fit that bill at all. The cutie with a katana? You would be quite surprised, actually. I happen to believe that she has not even felt her own touch, let alone anyone else. She seems to be far too uptight for it. As for coming back to the village, we have a debt to settle. Let's not wander into that subject. I can still imagine her katana lingering near my throat. I smiled weakly while trying to think about what the Kazoo mentioned at the end of her statement. I'm not sure what this debt of yours might be. I do know that you two best get out of here before those two return. You don't seem to be on friendly terms with the samurai girls. Wait, if he doesn't know about the debt, then we can just run. Oni-sama? Meiko, this is not how we do things, young man. Your actions allow us to escape our situation without harm. It places us in debt, for which we are now repaying you. Meiko, do the magic. Hi! The young girl walked forwards and placed her hands upon the cage. Cage is locked. She began mumbling something that I couldn't even begin to understand, and her hands started glowing brightly. Being sent to a different world, girls wielding weapons, and now fox girls using magic. Next on the list, I'm going to find a talkative magical sword and be destined to save the world. Still, I was curious to see what this magic would do to the lock keeping me imprisoned. Ha! The glow flared for a moment before fading. There was a hiss, then a sizzle, as the lock dripped to the floor, melted from the cage by the magical light. Well done, Meiko-chan. You did very well. Just relax now. I'm not sure I'm supposed to be more surprised about the fact that a girl just melted a steel lock, or that I'm starting to accept this as a normal thing. This level of magic is extraordinary. Meiko-chan is quite gifted. But as I've said, we are here to settle our debt. If you like, we can escort you back to the forest where we encountered you. I do, however, suggest that you decide quickly. The guards do not bathe long. I should know. I have observed them before. Well, I'm certainly not going to stick around here, so I'll gladly accompany you two out of here. Maybe I'll find my way back home then. Lead the way, peeping Tammy. Machiko. Sakuruno? Sakura Machino. That's what it's gonna be. Sakura Machino. Sakurano. So I can say that one. Sakurano Machiko. Not Tammy. Takahiro. But I suggest we keep introductions for when we successfully escape. Very well then, Taka-kun. Follow. As I was stepped out of the cell, the sound of a familiar voice boomed in the distance. Thieves! Crafty Kitsune kleptomaniacs! I'll skin you alive! I think that's our cue to bolt. And with that, the three of us darted out of the prison. That's pretty much all that happened. According to the villagers, there was supposed to be a shrine somewhere in the forest. It must be the same I visited before I got stuck in this mess. Goodness, that sounds like a terrible situation. I know that spirits like Yuri like playing with people, but this seems a little cruel of her. I would speak with her, but because you're not allowed to go on the grounds of the shrine. What? Oni-sama, I thought we just didn't go there because you got all flushed and blushed whenever you tried talking to Su-chan. Shut up, Meiko! I didn't think a penny thief would get embarrassed talking to someone, but perhaps you could show me the way toward the shrine? Somehow the layout of the forest seems different from my world. Which pretty much made Senpai's map useless now. You do not understand. There is much unseen about the ways of us spirits. Taka-kun, I will try to navigate you to the shrine, but if Yuri does not want us there, then we will simply not get there. The only places we can navigate to directly are our home and the village. Unless I use the gating magic. And lastly, is the gating magic. That takes a super long time to cast. And unless I concentrate really hard, usually ends up taking us someplace not fun. I pretty much prefer taking a route that involves walking then. But thanks for the offer, Meiko-chan, was it? Hi, Sakura. Meiko, at your service. Yay, my first human friend. Silly Chibiko. Not to doubt your navigation skills or anything, but didn't we cross this path a bit ago? Oh, that's right, we did. Oni-sama, why did we come back here? Wait, I thought you were leading us forwards. Wait, I think if we turn this way, then cut through these trees, here we can... Ah! The girl seemingly disappeared as she stepped down between the two tail trunks, and there was a loud splash. I ran towards the trees and looked down. I see a girl arfing wildly a few feet from the bank of a slow-moving river. Ah! Oni-sama! Oni-sama! Quick! You have to help her! I'm begging you! I'll do anything you want! Whoa. The river is barely moving at all. Surely you won't be telling me that your sister can't. She can't swim. Neither of us can. Please, Takahiro-sama, please rescue my sister. Guess when a girl is pleading like that, it's difficult to say no. Smiling weakly, I pulled off my jacket and jumped into the river. The cold water made me shiver lightly while I started to swim toward Machiko, who despite the lack of a strong current was slowly getting submerged under the water. Of course, with the worried shouts of Meiko, I tried to reach the girl as quickly as possible. It took me a bit before I reached her. By the time I had grabbed a hold of her and pulled her toward the riverbank, she seemingly had lost consciousness. Until next time, YouTube! Stay fiery.